One people, one voice, one purpose, one choice. Just thinking for a minute. And let us all think. All the black and white, all the injustice, Snowden's, the George Bushes, Cheneys, the Obamas, Reagans, NSA, CIA, FBI, law enforcement, military contracts, military manufacturers, NRA. Everything we talk about, everything that has a political spin, the Cup of Joes, Fox News, CNN, CBS, ABC, Hollywood, BET, the Louis Farrakhan's, KKK, John Birch Society, Illuminati, Catholic Church, Baptist Church. All these puzzles. The interactions of a jaded, empty, self-righteous, self-fulfilled, shallow, empty society. That human beings made. It never was about a black and white situation. Because all you intellectuals, all you historians, lawmakers, law lovers of the archives of old historical lies, manipulation, and deception of what they call law and justice, or what they call history for that matter. Let's look at one quote that these wig-wearing and aristocratic hypocrites wrote. I hold these truths to be self-evident, that every man is created equal and is endowed with these inevitable rights. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. End of quote. Now, why do I believe that's not true? Because just if one person, whether you're white, black, grizzly, or gray, is denied that right, then it's all a lie. It's flawed. It's compromised. And anytime you can say any governmental or right of a country, constitution, civil rights, which all fall in accordance with this preamble, if that is just denied by one, it's a lie. Because if you said certain people, which in existence is what it really is, certain people, and the certain people that it's deemed for, is the rich and wealthy. Because in its own interpretation, it's a lie, and it was a lie. It was never meant, and I say it was never meant because if it was, why did women have to fight to vote? Why did people of color have to fight and die to be able to go to school, to have the right education, jobs, employment, housing, the access to transportation without being confronted by racist bigotry. And it's not just black people, because it's always directed as what they call this proverbial race card, which to me is a lie, and it's all intent, because like with affirmative action was a lie, welfare was a lie, everything they try to associate with people of color. And it's not just black people, it's Hispanics, Mexican, it's Latinos, um, it's Chinese, Japanese, um, even as far as saying Jewish people, and they're not people of color. In some fashion, yes, they are people of color, because back in the day in the Roman Empire, they were tanned because they were out in the sun and the slavery. And I think about this. And after you even developed the preamble, you went ahead, took those rights that you said everybody has, you took it away from the first person of color, and that's the American Indians. Not only did you take it away, you just genocide these people. And the most saddening and sickening and pathetic part, you now put them on reservations. Which, if you look at it very clearly, it's a mentally ill, delusional, bipolar movement of a class of people. And this whole spill going on right now on Capitol Hill and in the White House about immigration. Illegal immigrants trying to pass laws to keep certain class of people, once again, and this is the racial intent from day one, the bigotry and racist hatred from the Indian now to the Mexican people. Pass laws to keep people of color from entering a country of illegal immigrants. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff that doesn't make sense. That if you actually sit down and think about this like I do. I know I don't think like a lot of people. I'm not that lab rat. I'm not that sleeping sheep. I'm not that rat who just runs on that proverbial wheel of conformity. And I never will be. I never was. Even as a young boy, I never was. I always researched history. I always looked for books that just didn't teach the same old garbage, that had opened my mind to new explorations of the truth. And talking to people, talking to American Indians, talking to people who were former slaves. So you understand what's true and what's a lie. The funny thing about America, the America now, not the America it was before England sent her garbage and dumped her garbage on the American shore. And I say garbage because the very intent of these people was criminalization. That's why England didn't even want them in their country. And this hypocritical, bigoted, racist, ethnocentric queen herself knew exactly what she was doing. You don't want them in your country, but you want to put them somewhere where the same criminal, mentally ill, delusional mentality that you had to face in England, you want to dump it on the shores of America. And you expect what to come from it? The same thing you didn't want in England. And that's the sad part. And this may sound harsh to some people, and they may be offended by what I say, but I don't care, because it's the truth.